Ooh, welcome to Ole Walls House. It's me. It's your man. It's your main man. It's Ole Walls. And I'm back with you. Episode 215 coming your way today, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little better. I'm not all the way there. Still got a little bit of a runny nose and congestion, but we're getting back. So, before we get into anything, just want to start off by saying thank you to everybody. Appreciate the support, appreciate the watches, appreciate the listens. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys know the deal. If you could, rate, review, comment, subscribe, and share. Let them know Ole Walls House is the place to be. If you're looking for some sweet merch like this, might have added some new stuff in there as well. Check out the link in the show notes below. You can find merch for Ole Walls House as well as the Full Range Pod. And you can check the Full Range Pod and my guy MJ out over at Spotify and the Full Range Pod or on the Ole Walls House YouTube channel. Got a fun show coming. I know football's gone. What are we going to do? Never fear. Ole Walls has plenty of things he can run his mouth about. We got comebacks in golf. We got more comebacks in golf. We've got the Olympics. We've got college basketball. It's all in here. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I'm about to do something I never thought I'd do. I am going to lead the pod. The first topic, usually reserved for the Green Bay Packers or the big professional golf tournament of the week or the Cleveland Guardians or UNC Duke or something large like that, is being led by a live golf tournament. Something I never imagined in a million years I'd do. And then again, never in a million years did I imagine that Anthony Kim would be back in the winner's circle, and never could I imagine the way he did it by running down John Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau from a 5-shot deficit to win by 3 shots on the weekend. Anthony Kim is officially back in the winner's circle for the first time since the Shell Houston Open on April 4th of 2010. 16 years almost, 15 years and some change. Anthony Kim is back in one of the most remarkable things you could ever imagine. For those of you who aren't golf fans, this guy was the wonderkin. He, arrives on the scene and wins twice before he's 25 in the same season. I think he was 23 that year. Was getting comparisons to Tiger Woods. Had all the swagger, the bravado, everything that the golf world was just dying to have. And then he goes to the Ryder Cup in the fall of 2008. And the Americans are this bunch of ragtag group of nobodies, and Tiger's not playing, and the Euros are so good coming into that. They've been beating the absolute shit out of us for the last, since 99. And he is one of the stalwarts on the team. Is begging to get matched up against Sergio Garcia in singles. There are no matchups in the Ryder Cup. Gets his wish somehow and beats the ever-living piss out of Sergio Garcia. In the Masters that very next year, I believe he had 10 or 11 birdies in a round. Like, the sky was the limit for this guy. And then he starts getting injuries and he's falling off. And he eventually needs an Achilles injury in 2012, needs Achilles surgery in 2012, and then misses the remainder of 2012, isn't there for 2013. And then the reports start coming. It's like, he doesn't even play golf anymore. There's this rumor that he's got a massive insurance policy of, 15, 20, 25, $30 million that's going to pay him in the event of a career-ending injury. And then there's these random, Anthony Kim sightings in the years in between, where it's like, he's back, he's playing golf. But he's not. It's not ready. Then there's the weird rumor, he's mopping up out in Vegas in money games. And there was this thing where it was 2021, as I'm reading here, that January 1st of 2021, Adam Schreiber, his longtime coach, posted the photo of the two of them in front of the Dallas skyline with the caption, 2021 is going to be special. Nothing happens. And then he comes back in 2024 to join Live and play as kind of like a just like a single out on Live in the team events. Highest finish was 25th. I believe I heard today he never posted a round of golf where his strokes gained was greater than 0. He never had an above average round on Live. It just wasn't there. He'd been gone for 12 and a half years. He gets relegated out of the league. He qualifies himself back in and ends up on Dustin Johnson's team, and that leads us here to today. But before we get back to today, I left out a massive part. He has obviously done, and has said that he was doing so many drugs and alcohol, said he was going into PGA Tour tournaments and going into the bathroom to, take a hit, take a bump, rip something to get drunk, was contemplating suicide. I mean, the stuff, the amounts of coke he must have done that it's completely altered his face. I mean, his nose is just mangled. Like, it looks like Artie Lang. And he's come through it all. And he credits his wife and his child going to rehab. Says he really found something in there. I think he said he's found, family and God and faith and purpose and all this stuff. And he comes out and does the unthinkable today. Like, I'm having trouble, like, putting into words how incredible this was. And I didn't watch it live. It was on, it's in Australia, and I'm not a big Live fan. I didn't even know he was in contention, to be honest with you. And then I wake up the next morning and I'm seeing Anthony Kim won the golf tournament. And I'm watching back the highlights. And it reminded you why you liked the guy. Why I loved him. That was like when I was really getting into golf. Like, that was the end of my high school into my college life. And I was really getting into golf. And then, boom, he's gone. And I mean, he was on the Tiger Woods game. Was he on? No, I think he was on a Tiger Woods game. And I'm watching it. I'm watching the fist pumps, and he's just rolling everything in. And he's going nuts. When he finally, taps in the final putt, he's pumping the crowd up before he does it. Immediately embraced by, his daughter and his wife. When he showered afterwards by his teammates, I mean, there's actually a moment where Dustin Johnson's like, "Don't worry, man, it was all just water." Like, so he's obviously taking the soberness seriously. He said he's been sober a little over 2 years, starting in 2025. Like, the magnitude of what he accomplished. He didn't really play golf for 12 and a half years. He came back and didn't know what TrackMan was. His clubs were old. He had to redo all his entire bag. And then the tournament itself, like, the fact that he won this tournament, starting the day, like I said, he was 5 back of Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau. Whatever you want to say about Liv, those are 2 of the best golfers on the planet. He ran them down in no time and then just started piling it on. To start the day, he had a 0.3% chance to win the golf tournament. 0.3. By the 12th hole, he was the favorite when he took the lead. He had surpassed Bryson by about the 3rd hole, or the set was it 7? 7 he tied him on 7, got ahead of him on 8 when Bryson dropped back again, was only 2 shots back of Rahm. And then he gets up and just starts piling it on. Like I said, he's 1 up through 13. Another birdie on 14. Another birdie on 15. Another birdie on 17, and brings it home. I think he's going to go up something like 600 spots in the OWGR now that Liv is actually getting points. Top 10 gets points now. Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm struggling to find the strokes gained putting and things like that for this on Live Golf that you usually find on Data Golf, but it I don't know. I don't know how to find it, but he made a lot of putts. I don't want to just so quickly move on to I'm excited to see what's coming next to I don't want to ever downplay how amazing this is. This is one of they showed a thing. I saw a meme. It was, and I hate the comparison. It was which one was the best? It was showing Tiger Phil, and then Anthony Kim all getting followed down the 18th hole in some of their biggest wins of their lives. Tiger in his first win at the Tour not his first one, his last one at the Tour Championship was just like this big comeback. Phil winning the PGA at 50 or whatever he was, or 51 almost. Anthony Kim winning this one, like, that's the type of magnitude it is. It's like, this felt like it was never going to happen. This didn't feel real. I mean, when he came back, I remember saying to myself, or in a group chat, like after the first couple rounds, the first 2 or 3 tournaments, I'm like, and actually watching and being interested to see what he did, saying to myself or others, like, well, I guess we're done with the Anthony Kim thing. And then he gets relegated, and he battled through it, man. Like, just balls to just get through it. So good for him, man. It would be so cool if he got back to playing this way consistently. I don't know if it'll be there again without knowing like what the stats were and how, like, was this all a putting? You can get hot with the putter for one day. I still don't think he hits it very long. I think if you compare him to, the rest of the LIV, the rest of the PGA Tour, like, he's a average to below average driver of the golf ball in length and accuracy. So I don't know if that's sustainable, but like, hey, it was 12 and a half years when he came back. He's been back for a year and a half. Got to just find it before you start go chasing speed, probably. So I'm excited to see, like, I'm going to tune in to the next LIV event. Like, that's as crazy as that seems. I'm going to do that just to see Anthony Kim, John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Tyrrell Hatton, whoever else is still over there, DJ. They're not the ones moving the needle for me. It's Anthony Kim, that final round, 9 under on Saturday or Sunday, whenever the hell it actually was here in America, to just chase down two of the probably for sure 2 of the top 10 players in the world, if not 2 of the top 5. I mean, Scotty, Rory, Rahm, DeChambeau. I mean, those are probably your top 4 players in the world. And he just ran down half of them in LIV's maybe biggest event. Impressive stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Too often in this world, we just bitch and moan, and I'm guilty of it plenty. But this is awesome. Just appreciate it. Don't make this about LIV or the PGA Tour. Just appreciate how freaking cool this was, because it was sick. Let's go over to the PGA Tour, AT&T Pebble Beach. Not a bad afternoon there as well. A lot of dudes up around the leaderboard. Within 5 shots to the lead, by final tally, you had 17 fellas at the end of the day. It just a thing that felt absolutely absurd. Scotty Scheffler going absolutely nuts to start the day, and the rest of the day almost gets there. Gets to within 2 shots of winning the tournament after a first round 62 that put him 9 shots behind the first round leader, Sam Burns. 10 shots behind first round leader. Oh, God. I've been practicing this because he was up there on the leaderboard. Rio damn it. It's not Hitsatune. It's Hitsasune. Rio Hitsasune. Hitsatune. Shit. I had this. I had practice. Rio Hitsasune. Shit. Whatever. Damn it. I fail again. But Scotty comes out on Sunday and goes birdie, eagle, birdie, par, eagle, birdie. Then he makes a bogey and you're like, yeah, it's over. And then he goes, nah, birdie, 10 and 11. Makes another bogey. You're like, it's over again. Comes back a couple holes later with another birdie. Then drops another bogey and you're like, oh, too many, too far. Back to 18. Can't get it done from 18. And then on the 18th hole, he hits it to 3 feet for eagle. And post 20. And you're like, holy shit, this might be possible. But it wasn't to be for Scotty. It was the day for Colin Morikawa, who gets his first win since 2023, I believe. With a pretty good round of golf, a little weirdness. His first win since October of 2023 in the Zozo Championship. His last win before that was the Open Championship in 2021 in July, and his last win in America was in February of 2021, 5 years ago almost, February 28th. So, 4 years and 340 some days was his last win in the United States of America. Pretty wild stuff. A guy that always felt like there was a lot of talent there, maybe dealt with not being the longest ball hitter in the world, but could flush the irons. Then the irons went away. Then the putter left him. I mean, there was his round on Saturday. He shot 10 under. That's a 62. Yep. Where was he playing Saturday? Does it say? Can it tell me? Did they get to Pebble by then? Is it just two? Yeah, it's just Spyglass and Pebble now. 10 under 62 with a bogey, by the way. 11 birdies. He lost strokes putting. Not many, 0.01. But tee to green and approach, he was plus 6.76 shots. Just a ball striking display. He gained strokes putting in one round this weekend. One round. He lost strokes putting and won the tournament. Lost strokes putting and won the tournament. His approach, 2.38 for the weekend. Only one other guy was north of 2. Nico Echeverria, Matt Fitzpatrick, 1.95. And just a lot happening, and just kind of a gutsy round. Off to kind of an start through 5, and this is a golf course where through the first 6, 7 holes you want to go get it. Makes birdie on 6 and 7 to get to 2 under, then adds birdies at 11, 15, 16. Makes a bogey on 17 after he double crosses himself. I mean, it could have gotten real weird there, but I want to go back to 15. He makes birdie on 15 to take the solo lead. On 16, he laid it back. I don't know if it was intentionally that far back. There were some speculations from the announcers that maybe it was a miss hit, but he is way back there. On 16, he has, let's see here, he has 180 into the hole. Most guys are having a $140. He had only 217 off the tee. And just absolutely stuffs it to 8 feet, makes the birdie. The wind is whipping at this point. Just absolutely whipping. And he just balls out and does it. Like I said, double crosses himself on 17. Can't get up and down. Has a one-shot lead at this point. Because now Minwoo Lee has just birdied 17 and 18 to go with birdies on 13 and 14. He shoots a final round 65 with a bogey on 10. He's gotten it to 21. So Morikawa's tied going down 18. Hits a nice drive, and then the second shot was just something else. Wind is whipping hard off the left. He's got 232 to the hole, 235 to the hole, and he's a cutter. He likes to cut the ball. He starts one out over the ocean and just lets that baby ride and comes just falling back in, 26 feet to the hole from there, 2 putts for the victory. Announces he's a father to be in the post round interview. Just a wild day. Just a fun Sunday of golf. Just a lot of good golf storylines. Getting a guy like Collin Morikawa back into contention more often is going to be fun. There's people who don't like Collin Morikawa. I've been critical of him. I think my critiques have been fair. Hasn't gotten it done since that British. So, maybe this gets the monkey off the back. We kind of thought that back in 2023. He stacked 2 majors up real quick, PGA in 20 and then the British the next year. Questions about his abilities to play in elements. Handled him pretty good coming down the stretch today. Pretty good. Sepp Straka, by the way, Sepp Straka is probably kicking himself a little bit. Goes out in 1 over par on the front 9. Makes another bogey on the back 9 on 13. A lot of guys were having a lot of success there. Makes eagle on the final hole to get it, to 68 on the day. But probably, like I said, that front 9, people were really kind of chewing up, and they typically do. And he goes out in 1 over par and loses by 1 stroke. So tough. Good finish from Tommy Fleetwood. Sam Burns, Saturday 72 kind of sinks his ship. Akshay was your leader going into the final day, led by as many as I think 5 shots on Saturday, making the turn, and just couldn't quite finish it. Shoots even par again, over par front 9, not what you're looking for. And then if you go back to making the turn, goes out in 30 on Saturday, then shoots a 2 over coming in. So just didn't come together for the boy Akshay. Just didn't come together. Where are we next week on the PGA Tour? Oh, Genesis, Riv. We got another good one coming. Golf season's back. It's been a beautiful day here at my house today in the 60s. Maybe there's real golf in my future a little earlier this year than most years. Probably not. There's probably some winter weather coming, but we'll get to that later. Let's keep this trainer rolling. Let's talk some Olympics and some other sports in here. Let's just hit on the Carolina basketball team here quick. Obviously coming off that big win over Duke. Little disappointing bounce back. They go on the Coral Gables, the Hurricanes of Miami, and drop one. Just get kind of, outpaced throughout the whole game. Caleb Wilson breaks his hand and is out indefinitely, I believe, was the last I saw. I'll double check that here now. But that's not good. That's not good because that guy's a stud. Absolute stud. Let me see. Well, Dick Vitale reveals new insight. Hand fracture on Tuesday's loss. Miami, no timeline for his returns from now. Some insights into his status moving forward. I don't want to join for $1. Do I have to really? Shut up. I feel so bad for Caleb Williams and all the Tar Heel fans, Vitale said. He's probably done for the year. They don't know that for sure yet. Vitale's comments come after Wilson declared to Tar Heel Nation that he will be back. At the time, it appeared this would be the case. Okay, so that was he didn't provide insight. What a terrible article. Just absolutely garbage. Just garbage article there. Does anyone have an actual update on this? No indication. Okay, whatever. So nothing. We get nothing. We get no information. No information whatsoever. You guys just sat through that minute and a half with absolutely no indication what was going on. But the Heels did bounce back, picked up a win over Pittsburgh on Saturday. Got some balanced scoring out of the boys. Jaron Stevenson steps in and scores 19 points. Zayden High had 15. Seth Trimble 19. Luka Bogovic had 15. Derek Dixon with 3. I noticed that Vassar did also. I didn't see this game. I had stuff going on Saturday. Why didn't Vassar play? I mean, I think things are going good. I missed a couple games from travel and just being busy. What's going on with him? Why did he not do any playing? He gets an update on ahead of trip to Raleigh, North Carolina State. Yeah, no Wilson, no Vassar. The junior big man not only dealt with the flu, but has also been impacted by a lower body injury. I hate lower body injury. So His health is improving. He had the flu. It's not just for one day. He's feeling a lot better from that. And the lower body extremities is getting better every day. Did not commit to him playing Tuesday night against North Carolina State. We'll see how it goes. So he's possible. He's possible. So who knows? Who knows? Very possible Caleb Wilson is not back for the regular season. On the road for back-to-back games this week to North Carolina State. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and to the Cuse, up to the Carrier Dome or whatever the hell they're calling it. I've reached a point in life where I just call things the old stadium names, like Heinz Field is always going to be Heinz Field. What is the Carrier? JMA Wireless Dome. Yeah, I'm not calling it's the Carrier Dome. It's the Carrier. There may not be no more air running through there. Never had air conditioning, by the way. Sponsored by Carrier, naming rights by Carrier. Never had air conditioning. I think it does now. But, okay. Anyway, that's all I got for the Heels. Good bounce back against Pittsburgh. Tough one to drop against Miami. You're coming off that high from Duke, and you just kind of give it back. You just give it all back. Oh, well. You move on. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. What, 3-4-ish weeks till the Heels head down Tobacco Road, those 8 miles down Tobacco Road to play Duke in Cameron Indoor. Olympics. Been watching a lot of Olympics. Roommate loves the Olympics. I think I said that last week. Our guys and gals are falling a little behind here. Only 19 medals for good old US of A. Behind Italy with 23 and Norway with 28. Norway usually pretty dominant in the Winter Olympics, I believe. I am always amazed at how the host country just continually dominates and like has a good showing. But yeah, Norway, most medals in 22, 18, 14. 2010 was Canada. That was held in Canada. 2006 was Germany. That was held in Italy. But then 2002, it was Germany, Russia, Germany, Soviet Union, East Germany, Soviet Union. Soviet Union was dominant in the Olympics from 1956 until 1980. The Soviet Union led the Winter Olympics medal count all but 1 year, 1968, when that was Norway. Wow. We've only led the medal count in the Winter Olympics one time. That was in 1932, and that was held in Lake Placid. So, just, every time. So let's go back to Utah. Utah comes to Utah. Let's go to Beijing in the Winter Olympics then. What was the medal count? I bet you China had a good showing. Yeah, China up to 4th. I don't even think they're on the table right now. China has 5 medals. They're 19th. They were 4th in 2022. I don't understand. I just don't get it. How does it work that no matter what? Well, I'm going to guess North Korea didn't really fly up the medal table. South Korea did. Oh, that was in South Korea. Sorry. Yep, but they went up to 7th. Where are they this year? Nowhere to be found, I bet. 16th. It's just absolutely incredible that every time a country hosts an Olympics, that they go flying up. See, this one's going to be tough because this is Sochi in 2014. The Russians usually had a good showing. They ended up with 29 medals, the most medals in the host country there for themselves. What about Vancouver? We already said that was won by the Canadians. Let's go back to 2006. This was in Turin, Italy. Italy 9th. So that was kind of the break of it. Germany led the medal count that year. 29 of them. 11 golds. 12 silvers. Anyway, I love the luge. I love the skeletons. I love... those are nuts. Just the straight down. I enjoy the big ski jumps. Friend of the program, Slano, said anybody could do the big ski jumps. I assume he means because there's a lane for them. No chance that anybody could do that and just launch themselves. Couldn't do it. There's no way. Some other good ones. I like the moguls. Roommate loves the figure skating. I have watched more figure skating this year than maybe ever in my life. And because I've watched so much of it, I kind of find myself getting into it. It's really weird. It's really weird. And then, obviously, the big one for me in the Winter Olympics is the hockey. And the U.S. men's team is rolling. They've gone 3-0. So things have been going good there. They played their first game against Latvia. Was 1-1 going into the second period. 2 goals taken off the board for the Americans in the first period. They opened it up 3 goals in the second. Dominant wins on Saturday and Sunday, 6-3, and then I forget what the total ended up being against Germany, 5-1, 6-1, 6-3, 5-1. The one goalkeeper is significantly better. The guy who started Saturday, what's his name? Let me see if I can find that. Okay, it's just there's no good way to look at it. Cookin? No. Hang on. I'll find it. U.S. hockey roster. We got to find it so I can tell you which guy is better. Because the one goalie is significantly better. I just want the roster. There it is. I'm really struggling with these things. Position. Give me the G's, the goalies. Connor Hellebuck. We got to get him in the net. Just get him in the net the rest of the way. That's where we need to be with him. Because he's the guy that's going to be taking us to the promised land. All right, schedule coming up. We are off now until I believe Thursday. No, sorry, Wednesday. We play Wednesday. We play the winner. Oh, God. It sucks. There's a way to look at this, and you can't tell. Anyway, what it is Canada's on the other side. They received the 1 seed. We're the 2 seed, essentially. Everybody else is playing in. I thought some teams got eliminated, but you don't. It's just for who gets the bye. So just keep winning. It would be Wednesday, Friday, and then Sunday. 7:10 puck drop Sunday. So early Sunday morning, we got gold medal hockey. Hopefully rooting on Team USA. Time for some passing thoughts. Start off by saying RIP to Robert Duvall. Fantastic actor. Just in some really great stuff. I mean, Kill a Mockingbird, True Grit, The Godfather. I mean, probably his seminal thing, The Godfather. Apocalypse Now. Maybe Apocalypse Now. I mean, just great stuff. I mean, Days of Thunder is Harry? Harry? Come on, Harry. I mean, just so many good stuff. I'm just picking out random ones from in here. I mean, Deep Impact, Gone in 60 Seconds. John Q, just for some, late life. Open Range. 4 Christmases as the father, as Vince Vaughn's father. Just absolutely fantastic stuff there. 7 Days in Utopia. Conviction. Conviction is what matters. He's in a Jack Reacher movie. Like, just fantastic stuff from Robert Duvall. Dies at 95. Probably a pretty good life lived. But man, what a career. What a career from Mr. Robert Duvall. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff. Not phenomenal stuff is that Sam Darnold, quarterback of the winning Seattle Seahawks, is going to pay the state of California somewhere north of $250,000 in taxes this year. That is mostly due to the full week they spend in the same city or same area, wherever they're staying, same state, almost always, for the Super Bowl. California, like many states, has a jock tax. If you come there, professional athletes come there, they will pay a tax for the number of days they worked in said state. Like I said, with the 7-day stay in California, it is based upon his regular salary, not the salary earned from the Super Bowl, which was $178,500, I believe. He also is hit for the other times he traveled to the state throughout the year for work, which would be when they played the Niners and when they played the Rams. I don't know if they played the Chargers this year, but if they did, then the time he was there for those, if that was, in on a Saturday night, play the game Sunday, head out, Sunday evening. So he wins the Super Bowl, makes $178,000 and loses $70-some thousand, right? $72,000 or $71,500. Just absurd. Just absolutely absurdity. Can't stand it. Like, if you want to tax him on the $1.78 he made there that week, I get. Like, if you want to tax him a percentage for when he's there in the regular season, but I don't know, man. Californian taxes, it's just, I get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. If I said I get it, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Here's something I don't get that's good. Dan Hicks. I don't get how he can be so good. Like, he's on the call at some of these Olympic things. I think he was doing like downhill, some sort of downhill skiing. And he just steps in so seamlessly. And you recognize that it's Dan Hicks, at least I do, because I've listened to him call golf forever. My dog's doing things over there. Sorry, it's distracted. So I recognize him, Dan Hicks, because he's been, I've listened to him call golf forever. But like, then he just steps in, he's doing down giant slalom or something. And he's just fantastic. Just fits in, slips right into it like a glove. Just so impressive. So impressive from Mr. Hicks. So impressive. You know what would also be impressive is if for hotel stays, and I do this frequently with, work and travel for work, and I did it last week too, where I will get to a hotel at say 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I'll want to get up and get going the next day. So I'm out the door by 6:30, 7 o'clock. Hardly ever am I in a hotel and past 8 a.m. And 8 a.m. is usually pretty late. Now, I know you can't be like, oh, we should get different pricing. I just want some extra points. Like, we should get points for those of us who have a preferred hotel brand. I'm a Hilton Honors member myself. I like the Hilton brand hotels to stay in. Like, if I check in late and check out early and don't spend more than 12 hours there, like, there's got to be something we can do here. Like, reward me. I'm in late, so you don't need the room cleaned until I get there. I always tell you when I'm coming. Check in. When do you expect to be here? 8 p.m. And then if I leave by 6 a.m. and I check out on time, now sometimes I will admit I forget to do that. But if I can do it and like check out and tell you, like, I'm out of the room, you can go clean it. Like, I'm done. There got to be something, right? We can work something out here. There can be an agreement. We can come to an agreement on this, can't we? Because, man, I can't tell you the number of times I've checked into a hotel at like 8 o'clock at night. I'm out the door by 7 a.m. the next morning. I pretty much get there, sleep, wake up, shower, and leave. And again, it's mostly for work, but I mean, we do this when we go on vacation too. I mean, there's a kind of a when we go on our spring break trip, when my wife's on spring break for school, we'll leave. I'll pick her up from school and we'll leave and we'll drive to like midnight. And then I get anxious and we're out the door by 6. We're there for like 6 hours. It's like, hey, I just forked over a bunch of money to sleep in your bed for 5 hours. Well, just a couple points, a couple extra points, Come on. Do a little something for me. Do a little something. Oh. Okay, I got 2 more things that annoy me. 2 more things that annoy me. So this was a very specific one. I'm driving for work the other day. I'm coming home. It's dark by, 6:30 still. So I'm doing a lot of the drive in the dark. I don't get home till like 11 o'clock. And at one point, I have this car. I'm in the right lane. If there's a truck or something, I will do what you're supposed to do, go out in the left lane. But then when you pass it, you get back in the right lane. So if there are cars that are going faster than you, they can pass. So at one point, this car is coming up behind me, and it's gaining ground on me. And you can especially tell at night because the lights, you can see the lights getting closer and closer and closer. It gets to pretty much my like left bumper or like 20 feet behind it. Just the spot where the lights are shining into your side mirror and they're like reflecting and it's really bothersome. So I like just slow down a little. I'm on cruise control. I bump it down from like 77 or 78, whatever it was at, like 2 to 3 miles an hour. I'm like, they've been gaining on me. They're going to be by me in no time. They were gaining on me when I was going whatever speed I was locked in at. Give them 2 to 3 miles per hour advantage. They're going to blow right by me, and we'll continue on. I slow down. They slow down. I'm like, okay, well, if they've slowed down, I'll speed back up, and we'll create a bigger gap. They'll get out of my fucking side view mirror. I speed back up. They speed back up. I'm like, well, this is ridiculous. I try it again. I'm like, I'll just back it down a couple miles an hour here. Just slow down just a smidge. They stay right with me. Just locked. Like they've got a pole on from their front right bumper to my back left bumper, and it's just locked. And no matter how far forward I go or how far back I go, they're staying right there. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to fix this. I slow down to like 65 and let them pass me. And they don't go past me very quickly at first. And now I'm like, oh my God, are these people trying to hunt me down? Do they think I'm someone else and they need to kill me? So they finally pass me. I let them go a ways. I get back to going whatever speed I was going. I pass them again, and they do the same damn thing. At this point, I'm like, nope. I slow down to like 50 and let them go blowing by. Then as I come up to them, like I see them out ahead of me again, because now I'm paying attention. I see them again. I'm like, I'm slowing down. I am not getting out in front of that car. This is like legitimately worrying me. Like, this is a serial killer in here. He spotted me and he kills people in my car. That's like where I'm getting to. It was a wild train of, and then I'm like going through like what my plan is. I was traveling through Minnesota. If that means anything to anybody, you guys will figure it out. But it was just like, what is happening? What is wrong with you people? And then I realized something as I went through life today, or not today, the last week or so. I mentioned last week on the pod, I had found my way into Threads. I've kept finding my way there. I think I'm going to just delete it off my phone because it's loony land, absolute loony land. I go in there and it is the most insane people I've ever seen. And it's not just like strictly political stuff. It's just like everything. These are some of the most boomer. I know. Threads, nutbags, but you don't need to contribute to it. It's the most. Sir, I'm trying to speak to my fans. Can you sit? Yeah. Lunacy. Absolute lunacy. In there. I mean, it's everything. It's from politics to sports. Like, it's just the dumbest takes you've ever seen. I wonder if like these people must have been ridiculed so bad on like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever else, like the most loon Facebook stuff you think you've ever seen, times it by 100 on Threads. It's one of the most ridiculous places I've ever seen in my life. Got to get out of there. I got to delete the app. It's just bananas. Final thing here. Watch GoldenEye, 007, GoldenEye this weekend. Saw that they were doing it on the rewatchables. Wanted to, get a quick rewatch in before that pod. I enjoy listening to that pod. Really like it when they're movies I've seen. And I hadn't seen that one in a little while. I've seen that movie probably 15, 20 times in my life, but it's probably been a couple years. So I was like, I want the full thing fresh in my mind. And god damn, is that a good movie. The tank chase scene, the opening scene with the skydive, and they're in the Soviet weapons lab. What a good movie. Just a good damn movie. Pierce Brosnan, underrated Bond, because I think Tomorrow Never Dies. A little sentimental value there, but a fantastic movie itself. And then the problem is the next couple for him. They start what's the next one? The World Is Not Enough. and then Die Another Day. Like the first hour of both of those is great stuff. Die Another Day goes completely off the rails once they get to the Ice Palace. But the first hour, like the North Korea stuff and all, like, oh, that, like, the first hour of his last two movies are some of the best Bond stuff ever. The last hours of those are, not very good. Not very good. But Brosnan, underrated Bond. I mean, it's like he is close behind Connery, I think. It's Daniel Craig, Connery, Brosnan's there, and then you're just battling with the rest with Timothy Dalton, Roger Moore, George Lazenby, like, whatever. So that's all I got. Let's go wrap this thing up. Closing time, everybody. Just want to say thank you to everyone. As always, I appreciate the support, appreciate the watches, appreciate the listens. Thank you so much. I hope you're still enjoying the pod. I'm still enjoying doing it. So thank you for all the support. Thank you to producer Kevy for helping get us started on video. Excuse me. The sickness, I've overcome it. I've overcome it mostly, but it's lingering. It's a lingering sickness. It won't just go away. What was I saying? Thank you. I already thanked you guys. Don't forget to check out my guy MJ over at the 4-Range Pod. You can get some of my gear or some of his gear at the link in the show notes below. You can find him on Spotify at the 4-Range Pod and on the Ole Walls House YouTube channel. We will be back next week. We have high level golf again. I don't even know if Liv is playing, but I'm going to be looking for AK. There's going to be some fun stuff coming up on next week's pod. Trust me. Till then, peace.